This power problem here couldn't be simpler. I'm going to use a blue sheet, which I hope you will in the test. Even though you can't actually use a blue sheet, you can do it this way, can't you? On the white space in your test. And you should. You'll get a much higher grade if you do. Anyway, let's see. An engine performs 2,500 joules of work. Work is 2,500 joules in 30 seconds. T is 30. We're looking for power, capital P. That's your formula. Copy it down. Substitute your two numbers. And your answer is 83.33. So the power here is 83.33 watts. Couldn't be easier, could it? Check this one out. This one takes more work. It's tougher. An engine exerts 1,400 newtons of force to move a car 100 meters in 90 seconds. What is the power? Well, you immediately know you're going to use this formula here. What's the problem? You've got T, right? Do you have W? No, you do not have work. So you must calculate work first, don't you? You got to do that first. You need it. Then you can do power second, can't you? See the two steps? This is a two-step problem, a pretty classic one. Here's your code, by the way. So you couldn't do this directly because you didn't have work, so we got to do work, calculate work first. Well, two steps. That means to me two blue sheets. Should to you too. So we first need work. Well, let's see. We have force of 1,400 newtons. We have our distance, and we're looking for work. Here's our formula, and now we can just plug it in, can't we? Force goes there, distance goes there. Our work is 14,000 joules. Now, we don't have that problem anymore, do we? We needed W, we didn't have it, but now we do. So now it's time for our second step. We'll take that 14,000 joules of work, copy it down here, and do a second step and use it. Now we have time, 90 seconds, put that there. And now we're looking for power. There's your formula. Fill the numbers in. Piece of cake. Now you get about power of 1,556 watts. Not too tough, right? Does it make sense? You gotta get work first, step one. Then you can do power, step two. Problems requiring two steps are pretty common on the MCAS. And here's how you're probably gonna realize you need two steps. You usually discover the need for two steps in this way. First, you'll know what formula you want to use. You'll have it in your mind and you're going to use it. But then you say, wait a minute, I don't have one of the variables. Now, if you're like me, you'll be frustrated for a minute. Me too. It happens to me. I get frustrated. But then, you know what I do? I keep my head on my shoulders. I keep thinking, and I realize that you can calculate that missing variable in the first step. So keep thinking. You may experience some frustration, but keep that head working. You realize, oh, I can calculate the missing variable. So here's the story. When this happens, and you're going to be frustrated when this happens, my father would say, uh, he would say, be sure to keep using the old noggin. That means head. Just keep thinking. You'll see the need for that variable, and you realize, oh, I can calculate that first. And I do that first step, and then I'll do my second step and get my answer. Bye.